How the Minnesota Writing Project changed my life. This is just one teacher's story out of many. As you can see, students file into this classroom like they would any other classroom, except they're coming in a little faster because that's the way I recorded it. I kind of wanted to speed this part up. They sit in their desks like they would in any average American suburban high school. But what you don't see are the missing students. You're thinking I have a really small class size and how nice that would be, but the truth is, it's not a small class size. It's just a different size class. A class where some of the students are in this room and some of the students are at home or in a coffee shop. And you know why? Because digital writing has made a difference in this class. I'm pretty lucky at my school because, as you can see, we have a lot of computers. For this class, there's one computer for each person, and there's some computers even for people that aren't there. Some of them are able to work at home, like I said, or wherever they might be, at a different time of day, perhaps in a totally different venue. That kid right there is playing a game. You can tell because he's only using the arrow keys on his computer. It's an interesting setup, really, and it's kind of exciting. As you can see, that guy back there is excited. He wants to say hi to you. Say hi. Good job. All right, and then we've got a couple gentlemen here in flannel who look like they're not paying attention, but they will be in a little bit. Everyone's working. Someone's wearing Wisconsin, even though it's Minnesota Day at Jefferson High School. You can tell from their awesome flannels and their hats. Let's peek over their shoulders and find out what else they're doing. As you can see, some of the students were reading a book in their hands. Some of the students can read a book on their screen in many formats. The internet role play is one of the things that we do in our class to get students working with persuasive writing, rhetorical skills, etc. So, there's what the students are doing. But where is the teacher? Well, she's online too. And in order to prepare for the class, this teacher's got to make a website. So here's the school-supported website, as you can see, and if you scroll down, we've got a nice web page hosted at Google Sites. Google Sites, as you can see, has provided a calendar for the students, and I type in what I want them to do weeks ahead because I like to schedule things in advance. We've got a nice narrative structure here, and as you can see, we're going to click on my Gmail account, and you can see that the students have all invited me to their blogs for the term. So we're just going to find one. How about you? Okay, good. And we're going to check out this blog. So you got to wait for it to load up for a second. Type in your username and also your password. Except that wasn't my password apparently, so we're going to try that again. It's good to remember your password. It's also good for you to tell the students that you don't know theirs, because they are going to be using Blogger and other kinds of things in your classroom perhaps. One thing that we did to get started was we watched a Frontline documentary about media and how it affects children. And we read some articles, for example this one, Facebook, how that works with students and their privacy rights, etc. Some of the things I have them do is journal online about the book that we're reading, Little Brother, and instead of using a paper journal, we use the blog to do that. We're going to get out of that blog if we can. And go back to Google Sites. Alright, so we are in college writing, and one of the things that we're going to look at is the book Little Brother. And you can see that all of the assignments for Little Brother, including vocabulary, any links that I want them to use, any acronyms from the story that I want them to use are listed here, plus all of the journal prompts. One other thing that we're doing is this internet role play, and we're talking about who should have access to internet at school. And so what we've done is we've provided sort of a network of students in this social networking software to decide who should have that in school. So you can see there's many members. Some of them are students. Some of them are school board members. We've got technology people. We also have some other kinds of people in our role play. We're going to look for a moment at a reporter. And as you can see, part of the rhetorical skills I think that's important for students to have is for them to be able to use multimodal sort of writing. So you can see they build a character not only with just words, but also with pictures and personalizing their bio spaces so they seem maybe more believable to the other students. So we're reading Little Brother this term, and then we're also going to be reading a book called The Perks of Being a Wallflower. And like Little Brother, all of the assignments are posted here online. We're going to look at the writing assignment. So not only do we do some digital writing, we also do some very formal essays, and I have them do a couple of other things just to help them get as many writing skills as they can in their toolkit before they head off to college. Here's a nice rubric for you if you want to look at that. So that's about it. I mean, we do some wikis, but not this term. If you want to know more, you can just ask. Thanks, College Writing, Period 2, for appearing in the video and also for participating.